that could be an option too.
Yes, but without further ado, we will be getting into Game 2 on Galactic Process and spawning in the bottom left position. Currently up 1-0 against the DreamHack Montreal champion. Give it up for Tings Neeb! Proving that he is just so scary at all times.
Something else. Definitely something else, man. But in the top right-hand corner, he is that Zerg player that you know as the winner of DreamHack Montreal. He is the Red Zerg from Psystorm Gaming. True.
And they're both going for something very interesting right here. Neeb,
what the fudge?
Going for a gateway at the natural expansion, but the more important thing is True going to be going for that gold base. Now this is going to give you so much aggressive potential on this map, but part of the advantage of that is because of the natural ramp, which Neeb is now already walling off.
Okay.
So it's interesting. Neeb has kind of countered what True is doing, coincidentally a little bit, because the whole advantage of this build is the earlier production, right? Like you get to. Oh, look at that! And Neeb's gonna scout it out. He knows exactly what's up.
That's the thing too, right? Like the fact that he was able to get into the main and see that there was no pool, then he knows that it's not like some early pool into the hatchery itself. He got basically full information and has already started here with a nice wall. So
yeah,
depends
exactly.
what True goes into after off of the gold.
Yeah, it'll be hard to see. It could be roaches, could be Zerglings, could be Zerglings and Banelings, could be Ling drops. You never really know. Now, because of the positioning of that base, I think it's very unlikely that we'll see him go into a macro game and not do any pressure. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you never know. He did just pull off gas, so he's only going to be having speed for now. Maybe he does just play this out as a macro game and takes a slight economic lead in the early game.
Yeah, honestly, he could potentially do that. You know what I mean? It gets a little bit more difficult where if Neeb's harass is on point, then he should be able to do some pretty annoying things here to True. But True's going to have such good economy when it comes down to it. And it's like burst economy, so...
It is,
He's on a bit of a timer, right? So
look at this. The creep tumor right here could get picked off.
Oh.
Right. Oh, Neeb actually not attacking it, going for drones. Is going to pick one off right away. That's pretty nice. Yeah, considering the fact that he was able to get one of those drones, that was the right decision. Oh, meanwhile, Neeb going to pick off an Overlord of Trues. And I don't know if he actually is going to be able to scout this Twilight Council or not. Meanwhile, even going to be taking a good trade against those Lings. Nice target fire on them.
Yo, Neeb looking like he did show the gateways, but True got a chance to check out the Twilight with the Chrono Boost. So
okay,
he needs a Roach Warren basically, or a Baneling Nest immediately. Neeb's build is gonna just go demolish Lings.
Yes, yeah, it will. Actually, you know what? Neeb might be going for a 7-gate.
Yeah.
Warp Prism Adepts Resonating Glaives build, and that is he is getting double gases at the natural, so maybe not. But still, it could be that, but it would probably be something maybe with a DT follow-up.
Oh, yep. Oh, right, you are.
Sick.
Steadfast.
It's like I play this game sometimes.
It's such a good idea, though, because this is going to be so aggressive out of True, almost in an all-in-ness nature. All of this gas is going to go into Banelings most likely. And if he doesn't start up a lair, oh boy. I don't even know how he's supposed to deal with DTs. You simply cannot.
Yeah, it's so difficult. The bases are so far spread out. Now, he did get a creep tumor down. Oh, look at this. The Adept's going to be going into the third base, and Resonating Glaives is just about to finish. This is really, really rough for True, actually.
Yeah, he's looking to want to go for Queen Ling, straight up. That's it.
And it's going to be Warp Prism DTs to follow this up. But meanwhile, there's a drop of Lings in the main base of Neeb, and they're going to be getting a fair bit of damage done.
Okay. He sees the DT shrine.
5 workers. Yeah, seeing that is actually so huge. And starting up a Spore Crawler already. Really nice for True, because he had no idea. But meanwhile, if we go back to Neeb's Adepts, they have continued to do damage, and they've denied so much mining, and it's gold-based mining too, which is huge.
Yeah, he banked his, whole build up on this big gold base at the same time. And yes, he does have the third base up, and he should be able to deal with the DTs. At least the detection-wise. It's more about the DPS with the Adepts combined. He might even just go right for Archons.
Honestly, yeah, he does. And honestly, though, I would have wished he would have gone, and shout out to our observer because he's done this before, if he just dropped right on top of the Spore Crawler and just, boom, focused it down with those DTs, he could have probably picked off a base. 4 DTs rip apart a Spore Crawler.
They really do. Oh.
But we are going to see another run by from True, and this is actually a lot of Lings. Neeb might not be scared at all for this.
But on the other side...
Oh my god.
I'm wondering how he's actually going to deal with this. Because Neeb does have a Photon Overcharge, but he doesn't have any pylons inside of his mineral line. It's going to be 2 Adepts that basically hold it down, while the rest of his army is on the other side, trying to do massive amounts of damage to True.
Yeah, and looking to actually do game-ending damage. Oh, nice. They're going to be focused. The Queens try and focus down the War Prism, but Neeb does micro it back, picks off one of those Queens. Meanwhile, other side of the map, True has not committed with the attack just yet. Neeb, got to be so careful with that War Prism.
Oh.
True continuing to target fire it down. Wow, he gets one of the Archons
Neeb.
away.
And then he goes in with 3 more DTs.
Absolute god.
Okay, well, here comes the attack. And this is going to be an easy defense for Neeb with the addition of the Dark Templar, and then immediately warps them, or what do they do? They combine into Archons?
Yes, that fusion. That fusion
They
dance.
fuse. They fuse.
And wow, the workers, look at this. Neeb is up 16 workers right now. As I say that, True completes another 10 and closes the distance, but this is really good for Neeb, and I think he's going to want to continue to get aggressive, maybe on this third base. He definitely has a very good anti-Ling army.
Yes. I mean, if they had +1, I would say, sure, True might have a little bit of a better chance, but without any upgrades on the Lings, this is the perfect anti-Ling army.
And I think he can just score a free kill on this base and maybe go home. True, oh, he is going to try and contest it, though. Oh, he's dancing in.
He can't. He can't.
Yeah, there's no way. There's just no way. That's so many Archons. That's so much AoE. And Neeb's going to continue pushing. Oh, and look, he's even keeping his army spread against the Banelings. Oh, wow. Poof. Archon shots.
Freaking long range. Oh!
And meanwhile, these Lings might find themselves trapped. Neeb got to warp in, though. Oh, they're actually going to get in.
Uh-oh. He's going to recall, though. There he goes.
Okay, good decision from Neeb. Does unpower a Gateway and a Robo right there, so that's not bad. Oh, but this free Archon in the middle.
Oh, he's not going to get it.
Just kidding.
JK, he didn't have the high ground vision here. But I think the bigger problem on True's plate is that he doesn't have any tech. He's basically on Ling Bane, no upgrades, doesn't have a lair, and also he just doesn't have a drone count.
He has
38 with no.
He's about to lose a lot more to these Archons. Oh, nice micro from Neeb, picking up and repositioning that Archon. Oh, even targeting down the Queens. Does lose one of the Archons. The Warp Prism barely lives again.
Oh, that the Archon goes down.
Does get cleaned up, but Neeb, he's gotten so much value out of these units, and if we look at the units lost, he's up more than, that's over 50% more value in resources lost.
And he has a third base to back it up, you know?
Yeah, and True is rebuilding his own third base, but his drone count is just in the gutter right now. He's down 34 drones to 60. He is building 5 more, but
I mean,
there's not much you can do. You're producing at such a weaker rate than your opponent.
And it's also going to be low-tech units, too. So, yeah, he's adding the Roach Warren, sure. I mean, if you can get a crazy amount of Ravagers out, get a good surround, and then also get the Corrosive Biles, that's the best thing you can hope for and trade. But at this point in time, it's almost like True has to take advantage of a potential higher probe count / lower army count from the Protoss, but that's simply not the case right now. Neeb is ahead in every regard here, and he's even going to be ahead in these upgrades coming very shortly.
Yeah, and Neeb is up 1-0 in this series, so if he wins this game, he's through. He's very clearly won the. Oh, I like this. Look, he's harassing the Lings.
Look at that.
Anywhere that he can be annoying, he will be annoying. He will flick you. He will tap you. He will poke you.
And I think it's important to see where True's lings are too. Like, even if he's harassing them, he's keeping True's lings from not counterattacking. He's just basically keeping True at bay and almost taming the beast that is known as True. And
yeah,
honestly,
and
he's what does he do?
I don't know. It's at this point, it's just so difficult. And even now, we see Neeb sending out 2 DTs. Those are going to be sent to different bases. They're just leaving his own base.
Also harassing with adepts at the well, I don't even know what base this is anymore at this point, but
the third-ish, I guess.
Like the fourth, third thingy.
Yeah,
that's what I call it. The fourth, third thingy. There we go.
That sounds right. I think you're right about that. We are going to see a Baneling plus 2 Ling drop coming in from True. And oh, no Ling. Oh yeah, there we go. Adds in the Lings. So this is kind of what's been known as his trademark in the matchup, but we'll have to see if Neeb can respond quickly enough to deal with this and mitigate damage. Oh, he's coincidentally transferring probes anyway.
Oh.
He responds so quickly. Really nicely done. Only thing there is he doesn't have a pylon that could kill that Overlord, but still, that's really nice for Neeb.
Well, he's gonna just use pylons to kill the Banelings before they get hit. And guess what?
He lost exactly 1 probe there.
Oh, goodness.
That is very good from Neeb.
It's going to be a lot more drones that get lost in that 1 probe as this attack comes down.
Yeah, does dodge the corrosive vials. A lot of Banelings in Spine Crawlers up this ramp, so Neeb does have to be careful. Oh, but the Archon's already getting some big splash damage. And Neeb, I think he can still push up this ramp with all that Immortal Firepower. The Adepts do get clumped up. Oh, but brilliant force fields from Neeb. And he is absolutely crushing True right now.
6 spreads too, and it's mainly only melee upgrades here with not that many melee units aside from the Banelings.
The Archons absolutely shred them.
Oh my god, Neeb is gonna 2-0 True and advance to be playing in Toronto on September 24th to the 25th at the Kings of the North.
He didn't just 2-0 True. He bludgeoned True.